Hi everyone, it's Mary, and I know it's Sunday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, and it's a weird time for me to be live, but I could, so I did. So I don't know if anyone will actually catch me live or if I will be talking to myself and having y'all watch me later, but this is when I could do it, so this is when I'm doing it. Hi Barbara, how are you? Hi, Linda. So actually, this has been kind of a crazy time for me. Hi, Danette. If you've noticed, I haven't been able to do my Live at Fives the last couple of weeks. Things have just been really crazy. I've had a lot of questions, a lot of private messages, some emails. Thank you for everybody that reached out. Everything's fine. It's just been a crazy year. In the past year, I have literally moved 4 times. 3 of them were major moves. We've sold 2 homes, and we've owned both of those homes for a really long time. So they were very involved moves, very emotional moves, the whole 9 yards. And we closed on that last house last Tuesday, got recorded Wednesday, got paid Thursday. So, and in between all of that, we bought a home. So it's been crazy. It's just been the strangest, most life-altering year I think I've ever had. So hopefully things are going to start to even out. Hi Barbara, hi Marilyn. But I wanted to give some updates also as far as Live at Fives. I'm actually going to be taking some time off from the Live at Fives because we are actually having company for 4th of July holiday. So it's going to be impossible for me to do any live classes with 4 grandkids and their parents in my house, along with my husband and my 3 dogs. It's just going to be craziness. I can't imagine being able to shut myself in my room quietly and hold classes. And after they're gone, my husband and I are actually planning, and this is all if life works out, to take our RV and do some traveling for a few weeks. And hopefully I'm going to be able to return home to Massachusetts and see my family and friends that I never got to say goodbye to when I suddenly departed last year. So it looks like Live at Fives are going to be postponed because I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to take any stamping supplies with me in the RV. That's to be determined at this point. If I am able to take any supplies with me, they'll be very limited, and then maybe I can pop on from time to time and do some surprise classes like this one. But I'm also going to be in the throes of Love It Chop It Club. So I'm actually preparing all of my projects for 3 months of the 4 months of Love It Chop It between now and Wednesday when my husband flies back and then his son and his family hit us. So I have been locked in my room for 2 days. Literally. I've been locked in my room for 2 days. I have 1 month of Love It Chop It Club projects that have been, I've made them, I've created them, photographed them, got tutorials typed up, and they're almost ready to get sent out to members of Love It Chop It Club. So I have left the Love It Chop It Club membership open through tomorrow evening. So tomorrow evening at midnight, so 11:59 p.m. if you want to get technical, is when I'm going to close the Love It Chop It Club signups. We are still looking for a few more members. And if you've been on the fence, if you've been interested, but you just haven't gotten around to doing it, we'd love for you to join us. I'm super excited about the projects I came up with yesterday. My mojo had left the building and I was scrambling. I was so scared that I wasn't going to have anything ready, but my mojo came home. my mojo came home, and I created 4 cards that I really love. And then this morning, right before we had a team meeting on Facebook, I got inspired to create the second month of Love It, Chop It cards, and they are far surpassing the first month of Love It, Chop It cards. So my mojo has truly returned. I'm so excited because for a while there, I thought I was just going to have to shut down everything and just be a hobby demonstrator and just shut down the blog, shut down the Facebook page entirely because I had no mojo. It was just gone. I think the past year caught up to me and I just bottomed out. But it's back. So I'm so excited because it's back. And then today I was kind of trolling on the internet and I came across a card that I absolutely loved, but it needed a merry spin. And I believe the gal who created it, her name is Esther, and she lives overseas. I think she lives, she may live in England somewhere. I was trying to backtrack and find out exactly where she lives, but I couldn't. But I found her name is Esther, so I can give a shout out to Esther and thank her because she helped my mojo keep rolling. So that was the inspiration for coming on here and getting back into the swing of things and do an impromptu live. So if you've been following me, we made this card a few weeks ago, and it uses the new Abstract Impressions stamp set from our catalog, from our new annual catalog, and then Springtime Impressions Thinlits dies. These are also new in the catalog, and if you were shopping with us prior to this current catalog, we had a whole bunch of butterfly dies and framelits, and all of a sudden they announced they were all being discontinued, and I went into a panic because how do you not have a butterfly die? Well, it just so happened Springtime Impressions had a new butterfly, so we are not totally without a butterfly. And Karen, I don't know if we're on the same page as to which card we're going to make today. So I don't know if the Esther I'm talking about is the Esther you're talking about, but when you see the card, maybe you'll be able to tell me. So anyway, I'm using the Abstract Impressions stamp set again today and the Springtime Impressions Thinlits dies. And this is the card we made prior, and the card we're making today is completely different than this one. But this just goes to show you what the background die here with the flowers would make if you didn't catch this class. And if you didn't catch the class, you can scroll back on my page here, and I'm sure you can come up with it and find it and watch it. So this is the card that we had made. And the card we're making today utilizes the Coordinating Garden Impressions Designer Series paper, which I had out on the table because I'm going to use it for the 3rd or 4th month, haven't decided yet, of Love It, Chop It Club. And Stampin' Up! Announced to us demonstrators a while back that in July, we're going to have our Designer Series paper sale again. So that's buy 3 packs of Designer Series paper and you get a pack free. I didn't even know that was going to be happening when I planned my Love It, Chop It Club. So I'm super excited because it means my Love It, Chop It Club members can get a whole bunch of Designer Series paper to love and chop using my formula and to make our cards with on sale. So I'm really excited about that. I haven't even been able to tell them that yet. So this is the Garden Impressions Designer Series paper. It's a 6x6 stack of paper. So it's already partially chopped for you by the time you get it. But I love working with this size because you actually can do a lot with 6x6 paper just by doing a few random chops. And it stores very easily on my shelf without having to actually chop too much into it. And this paper I love because it's a lot of different color combinations. So you have, if you're a subtles person, you have lots of different combinations with subtles. If you're a bright, there's a whole lot of splash of color in this paper. And even if you're a regals, there's a lot of patterns in this that you can work with as well. So I really love this paper because it meets everybody's requirements, everybody's desires, and everybody's, I don't know the word I'm looking for. Forget it. I don't know what word I'm looking for. So let's just move on. But it appeals, it's got mass appeal, basically. So we're going to be playing with that right along with its coordinating abstract impressions stamp set and springtime impressions dies. So we're going to make a different kind of card today. We're actually going to take a basic card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I have it opening, I guess, landscape mode. And we're going to remove a section of it, okay? So it's going to be a half flap in the front. So I'm just going to grab my trimmer, because I left it all the way across the room. All right, so we're going to take our card base, and we're going to remove 2 7/8 inches from the front. So I actually have to turn it this way. And we're going to go 2 7/8, and we're going to cut that off. Okay, so this is actually going to be the front of our card now. And just put the other piece aside. Then we're going to need some more pieces that I've already cut. So I have a, what is this? Pacific Point matte. And this one is just cut slightly smaller so that it can fit inside the card. So 4 inches. I think you, can you see that down there? I can't see. You may not be able to see that. Let's go up this way. So 4 inches by 5 1/4. So we're just gonna take that and we're gonna work backwards for now. And we're going to insert that into the center of the inside of the card, leaving an equal margin all the way around the outside. Never built a card from the inside out. It's a little different, right? Then I have another piece of Pacific Point, and it's 2 3/8 by 4 inches. And that's for the inside flap. I mean the outside flap. Blah, blah. Getting tongue-tied. Just gonna add some glue. Somebody once commented that I use too much glue. I know, but I like glue. And I'll tell you a little story about why I use so much adhesive. I once spent, when I was a new stamper, a very long time making Easter cards for my grandkids. And they were many, many layers, a lot of embossing, a lot of stamping went into these cards. I mean, these cards were really detailed and time-consuming and multi-layered. So I sent them out. I was all happy, all excited that I made all these cards. I returned home to visit them. And this was in summer. The Easter card was still on the mantle in pieces. The card was standing up on the mantle, and all of my embellishments and decoration and stamped panels, half of them were laying on the mantle. They had fallen off the card. And either nobody noticed or nobody cared or they weren't paying attention to what was happening on their mantle, but I saw it and I will never forget it. I was so horrified and embarrassed and shamed. I had to go get my bone folder. and I swore that was never going to happen to me again. So I don't care if I use a whole entire thing of glue on my card. I will never walk into a home ever again and find my card in pieces on a mantle. It ain't happening. Okay, so now I've got all my glue and I'm all layered down there, right? So we need 2 pieces of designer series paper, all right? And the first one is 2 1/8 by 3 3/4. The second one is slightly larger at 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. And these are going to layer onto our card. So I'm going to grab my glue again and put some on. And again, if you have been interested in joining my Love It Chop It Club and just haven't gotten around to it yet, these are the types of cards, what we're making right now, that we are going to be making in my club. Okay. Using my chop formulas. So I'm just saying, if you like these cards, you may want to join the club. All it takes is a $35 order each month for 4 consecutive months using the Love It Chop It Club's hostess code. And as long as your order is $35 or more, you are going to get 4 unique card tutorials in the mail. I mean, in your email. And your first month is going to include the basic Love It Chop It formula. So it's a great way to get some great product through your orders and then get 4 card tutorials each month for using the products that you're ordering. So I'm just saying, it's a pretty good deal. Not bad for 35 bucks. And at the end of the month, I mean the end of the club, and I'm just using up some fast fuse here. I admit I do not use glue on the Berry Vanilla or the Whisper White. And I'm sorry, I was talking. The Whisper White piece is 2 3/8 by 3 3/4. I pulled off the sticky and didn't read it to you. All right, so there's my inside panel. So at the end of the 4 months of Love It Chop It Club, you're actually going to receive your own personalized Love It Chop It bag. Since I'm also a 31 Gifts consultant, I can order these and send them out to you. So they'll have your name, an embellishment that you select, and the hashtag Love It Chop It on your bag. It's going to hold 4 months of chopped paper for your designer series paper that you've chopped throughout the club. And this is a $25 retail product right here. So not only do you get the 4 card tutorials each month, so 16 card tutorials, you also get a $25 bag. So that's a pretty good deal, I think. All right, so next we're gonna come in and I have a butterfly here. This is Melon Mambo. I've already cut it using my Springtime Impressions butterfly die. Mr. Cracks is giving me trouble, so I decided to do this off camera. And I have the largest stitch circle in Whisper White that I've already cut. And I have a Pacific Point stitched circle. I mean, scallop circle, oh my gosh. Scallop circle that I pre-cut also. Hi Marty, how are you? All right, so we're gonna do some stamping. I need my Pacific Point ink pad. And, whoops, I should have glued down my paper because it just shifted and then I stuck my finger in the ink pad. Just what you need. I did not need that. The paper shifted and I went to get it and I stuck my finger in the ink. That ever happened to you? Or does this stuff only happen to me on live camera? I'll tell you. All right. Hopefully I got enough of that off. So I'm going to make a thank you card. So I'm using my thank you that came out of the stamp set. Hi, Linda. Well, you can backtrack. All right. So I've got my thank you, and I'm going to put it down towards the bottom. And then I need my little butterfly. And I'm going to fold his wings up a little bit. They'll get squished again once I put them in the, I don't know where I want to put this. Somewhere where I'm not going to stick my fingers in it. It's going to get squished again when I go to put him in the mail, but for now, I want his wings flapping. So I'm going to put down some glue dots. Got my mini glue dots. I think 3 will do it for Mr. Butterfly. This one's got to scrunch just a little bit. All right, so Mr. Butterfly is going to go on the circle, centered as best I can. And then, I should have done this first. I need to put him on the circle, the Pacific Point circle. So that was kind of silly. Got all ahead of myself with the butterfly before I put this on. That's all right. The good thing is it's a circle, so you don't have to be as perfect as you do with a square. All right, so now I got my butterfly. I have my circle all put together. And then on the inside, we need to do a little bit more stamping before I put the card together. So I've got, from the stamp set, we have kindness changes everything. So my card's gonna say thank you. Kindness changes everything. And I'm going to stamp that in the middle. And then I'm gonna come in with my Melon Mambo. And I only let that rest for a little while on the paper because I didn't use my pad. I have it right in front of me, but I didn't pull it out. Okay, so now I'm gonna use this little abstract flower. And this is actually a 2-step stamp set. So you could stamp this, I don't know, bolder, blobbier image in a lighter color or a stamp off color, and then do this more detailed flower over it. But for the card that we're making, I'm just going to use this by itself. So I've got my Melon Mambo, and I'm just gonna put one in the bottom corner and one in the upper corner. And then we are ready to complete the card. We don't need our ink anymore. And I need some rhinestones for my butterfly. So I'm gonna take one of the largest ones and I'm gonna put it up at his head. Then I'm going to take 2 mediums for his body. And then I'm gonna take an itty bitty one and I'm gonna put it down at the base of the body. All right, just like that. So that's our rhinestones. And then all we need to do to finish the card is get some dimensionals. And we're gonna put it in the middle. So we only need half of the circle to have dimensionals on it. So I'm just gonna pick off the backing. And keep shifting everything on my table. Make his little wings come up again. And I want to center him over the seam because I'm picky like that, and that's where I want him. And now our card's complete. So we have our writing on the inside with some decorative paper, and then we have our butterfly. And here's the template I was working off of that was off camera. So didn't that come out super cute? So the original that Esther made, she didn't show what the inside looked like, so I had to improvise on that one. And her butterfly was just placed on a solid white circle. She didn't have any message or greeting on there, and I thought it needed something. So that's what I did. So I thought this came out super cute. And now I have a whole bunch of offcuts so that I can start developing more Love It Chop It cards for club based off of the offcuts from doing this card. So I hope you guys like the card. I hope that maybe I've convinced you to join the club. And now I've given you a little bit of sneak information that in July we're going to be having our buy 3, get 1 free designer series paper sale, which is always a big hit. And you can purchase all of that paper, that glorious paper, and when you join my club, you'll get some ideas on how to chop it up and get your 16 card tutorials spread out over the 4 months and your bag to carry all of your pre-cut chopped paper. So when I get my paper all chopped, I put it, I put it in the stamp cases that we sell, the full mount stamp cases, and it's all chopped up for me already. And then when I go to make cards like these, I already have all of my paper all chopped up, ready to go, and half the work is already done for me. So thank you for joining me on this Sunday afternoon, and I will stamp with you again as soon as I have an opportunity to come on live, and I will try to give you as much of a warning as possible. I just know I'm going to enter some really crazy months, and hopefully you guys will bear with me. So if you have any questions, or in the meantime you need any other ideas or suggestions for your current products for making some projects, I am always available online. My phone, as my husband says, is glued to my butt. So I am always around. So I will see you guys soon, and happy stamping. Bye.